5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, I'm Shirin
0.
Kulkarni from CCE Finland, and I'm really happy to welcome you all for this today's webinar about Early Childhood Education Conference. This is our upcoming conference, and it will be held from 14th to 16th October. But before we go into the details of this upcoming conference, I would like you to remind of our other things that we do in early childhood education sector, and then I would also like to share why we want to host this kind of conference. So the first thing is that CCE has been very active in early childhood education field. We have our diploma in early childhood education, which is appreciated from the participants and educators from more than 25 countries. And we have the students who have already been into the field for more than 20 years, and we also have the students who have zero experience in the early childhood education. So we are really glad to get such a variance of student community with us. And we also get the students right from the Australia to USA, from different time zones with different kinds of backgrounds in early childhood education, and they all are very much interested in interacting with each other. So we have this as a very interactive course where we have regular meetings, and we have our learning management system through which we discuss all the materials there. So this is about the early childhood education course. Then we have recently came up with a course for online ECE. Now, why this course was required? Because we all know that we are going through this pandemic situation, and we were hoping that the schools will start at some point of time, maybe somewhere in June or July or August. But in many countries, this is still not has been possible due to the situations. So we thought at CCE that this is the right time that we give you the tools and technology, like how to make use of the technology that is available at your end in an effective and meaningful way, so that the education continues. The learning is beyond the limits now because of the help of the technology. So we have designed this course here in Finland, and that is helping the educators from all different countries to run their education in an online fashion, in very effective way. We have also discussed about what kind of activities can be done in the online sessions, how parents can be involved in that. So this was our contribution for this pandemic situation. I'm very delighted to tell you that CCE has been awarded this Design from Finland certification, which is a very eminent kind of certification for our product called Sisu Box. So this Sisu Box concept is that it is mainly designed for the preschool teachers, so that to aid them in achieving their pedagogical aims in the classroom. And so it is a mix of the curriculum books, some other additional books, the educational toys, games, and suggestions of how to use these different kinds of materials, so that the teachers and the students are engaged in a creative way. So that is our motto for designing this Sisu box. And then we are also coming up with our Sisu schools, preschools. It's a chain of preschools, and divide, and it is like, um, it is expanding through many countries. Currently, we have tied up with schools from South Korea, from Taiwan, from India, and Nigeria. So, and it is growing more and more. And we are also coming up with our concept of e-schools or e-sisu schools. So you can read about all these things from our website. In nutshell, what I would like to say is that CCE has been very active in the early childhood education field, and through that we were interacting with the early childhood educators, the researchers, and also the parents. So through these interactions, we came to know that there is a need of a platform where everybody can come together and then discuss the issues that they are thinking that they need to know some answers for that. For example, when it comes to online educations, the parents were really worried that is it going to increase the screen time for the kids? How will you keep away them from the screen time? Then how effectively you can use the screen time? What is a bad screen time versus a good screen time? Then what will you do to nurture their social emotional development? How will you make sure that they still are playing and engaged in the learning through play? So there are so many questions, and we all know that we don't have the ready made answers. So the best way is to have this kind of conferences where we will share our ideas with each other, and then we can find some collective solutions. We all are living in different kinds of situations in different countries, but still the problems are very similar. So we can find out some answers collectively. So in today's webinar, we would like to inform you about what is this conference, what are the themes, what are the dates and deadlines, what are the fees, what are the offers that are going on currently. So this work cannot be done by one individual or one organization. So we need a lot of partners to do this. So we have a good organizing committee which has been formed with the help of different partners, and out of which we have currently I have Simran Balani with me, and she is joining us today from India, Bangalore, and she is our communication head for this conference. So I would like to request Simran to take over and give you the information about early childhood education conference. I request you all who are there online to put up their questions in the chat. Our team is there to answer you, and they will also pass on the questions to us, and we will be able to answer your questions. So over to you, Simran. Welcome to this webinar.
Thank you, Shireen, and it's a pleasure is all mine to work alongside CCE Finland, given the kind of awareness and given kind of exciting and innovative work you're doing in ECE arena. Good evening, good afternoon, and greetings of the day, whichever part of the world you're joining us from, and a very happy Teachers' Day to all of you. We are all educators, facilitators in one way or the other. We are all teaching, we are all learning each day, so a very warm welcome. As rightly said by Shireen, is that one wonders there are so many online conferences happening, and why is CCE Finland different, and what are we trying to do via this conference? So let's remember one thing: as educators, we are living in this. We thought it was a new normal for some time, but this new normal is like now an extended and actual normal for us. And there is a lot which is happening different in ECE world. Who thought that small children would be learning through this online medium? Who thought that the parents will, try to understand the concept of early childhood and try to implement that at home? So everything is changing. Now, we might think, well, everything is on the internet. Yes, it is, but it can get confusing. Where is one platform where we can find what are the emerging ideas? What are the new things that are happening? What are the other educators around the world thinking? So this platform with CCE Finland, CCE Finland has been doing conferences, online conferences starting April. In fact, we were the ones to do it first when this pandemic began. So it was, we started with Creativity Conference. We started with a super hit regional conference, and now we are doing our third conference for this year, which is very, very important. because this is opening a kind of a platform, not only for educators, teachers, students, but also for parents. So parents out there in audience, this is your chance to share your success stories. Of course, via presentation, I will come to that theme also. So this is a very meaningful platform to come and talk about what is happening in this new normal, and how can we be better each day. So I will be sharing my presentation just in a second. Shireen, are you able to see this?
It's loading. Yeah, it's there now. Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the slide 1. So CCE is welcoming, cordially inviting you for Early Childhood Education Online Conference. The conference dates are going to be October 14 to 16. Now, who can attend? I'm on slide number 2. Who can attend? So, as I said, we are opening it for educators, teachers, students, and especially parents. I emphasize parents because I know parenting has been quite a challenge during this time. We are managing our online work, we are managing our children, we are managing their online needs. So parents are welcome to share their success stories, talk to us about their challenges. We are encouraging policymakers, government institutes, school owners to please join this conference to see what are the educators actually going through and what do they want to communicate to the seniors out there. Okay, so here's the conference highlights. I'm on slide number 3. Childcare and early childhood education, of course, because that's the foundation. The pandemic is putting that foundation under serious threat. Yes, it is very debatable. We will be talking about that. We will also be talking about ways and means of how we have overcome this challenge. All right. And how we are trying to make it better each day. What are the innovative methods of inclusive education? All right, so building inclusive spaces. This is what are the things that we are doing in new normal. These are the themes. We have got about 10 themes. My God, can we still see it? Are we still able to see it?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm on theme page. So we have 10 themes, and each is innovative in its own way. Building inclusive spaces, parenting in pandemic, alternate ways of educating preschoolers, tools and technology for improved delivery, the learning environment in new normal, nurturing physical, social, and emotional development, assessment methods during online education. What if the devices are not available for online education? Well, there is a very big segment of people, parents who don't have enough gadgets. Well, how do we penetrate those areas and make sure the education is available?
Yes, please go ahead.
Adapting the ECE curriculum to the new normal and play and engagement. All right, so I'm on theme number 1, building inclusive spaces. So now this pointers that you see here, this will be available on our website also, and this entire information is there. But I want to attract the attention of researchers out there, educators out there. Here is your pointer for this particular research paper to be submitted. What worked for you during the new normal? Like this is about 6 months that we have been under lockdown, at least India has been, and we are slowly opening up, but the schools are still closed. What has worked for you in ECE arena especially? How did you ensure that there was learning happening? What was your feedback from parents, from co-teachers, from management? And how did you counter many stress or hurdles that came through it? So this is your theme number 1. This is theme number 2, parenting in pandemic. Shireen, I hope the slides are going in smooth. Shireen?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm on theme number 2, parenting in pandemic.
Yes.
All right, so this is for parents out there. This is your chance to motivate, encourage other parents to share your success stories. What was it for you to multitask and manage the stress while being calm, because you have to be calm with little toddlers, keeping it positive and getting structured every day? how to keep children safe online. That was a huge concern among many parents. So how did you manage that? And building an emotional safety plan, because while as adults we went through a lot of stress, being at home and suddenly the life changing, it was stressful for children also. So what did you do as a family? So this is parenting in pandemic. This also topic invites teachers, students, or school owners out there. How was your experience in managing parents? I'm on theme number 3, alternate ways of educating preschoolers. Now, you know what? Forever we thought physical being with in the presence of children was the only way. But now that we have online, how do we create meaningful experiences for them? We need to broaden our knowledge, invite ideas to alternative methods that can improve early childhood education, and cultivate the type of awareness and appreciation that can be bought, can be inculcated in the East preschool arena. So this is third, alternative ways of educating preschoolers. Tools and technology for improved delivery of ECE. Again, a very, very important theme, because what platform worked for your school? What platform worked for your teacher? Were you sending pre-recorded videos? Were you sending rhymes? What was it that really grabbed the attention of these little ones? So this theme is focusing on latest tools and technologies that we used to make sure that the learning for preschoolers was done, and we were delivering our curriculum. Very important, right? The next one is learning environment in the new normal. Now, this theme will highlight on the different kind of learning environments which were paired with online medium. Now, this is a very, very important one, because in this, were the teachers making sure that the children are getting their enough exercise, they are running around, like say, for example, a weather chart. As simple as that. Were they going outside to look outside of the window, coming back to tell the teacher, is it sunny, is it cloudy, stuff like that. So in this, again, the research platform can be very broad. Nurturing physical, social, and emotional development. So very important, while online eased out learning process in midst of lockdown, but it also left room open for some psychological effects. This theme ponders about the effects and answer questions such as, will e-learning inside with teachers and parents' virtual presence be more effective? Do we need parents' help to make sure that we are achieving social and emotional development of the children? So this is what this paper can talk about. Assessment methods during online education. So for past many months, kindergarten teachers were trying to see how they migrate from the classroom environment to the online environment. Now, with this, what are the different methods of assessment that has worked for the participating institutions? This is also a very good theme to present research, especially the ones who are school owners or senior teachers in this segment. This is a very good theme for you to come and present and tell us what worked for you, right? Okay, what if devices are not available for online education? This is more focusing on the rural areas. How did you, as an early childhood educator, went through that and made sure that the little ones were hearing your voice? And what did you do in this? You could also interview a lot of people who are in remote area and bring out some success stories if possible. You can also provide a roadmap for other people or other organizations to learn what to do to make sure that the children in rural area are getting access to this. Adapting the ECE curriculum to new normal. Shireen, I'm still changing the slides. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. A typical day, this is a theme very close to my heart. So a typical day of kindergarten, I see my teachers, they go through a circle time, they have a lesson plan for fine motor skill, gross motor skills, group activities, social emotional development lesson plans, and lots of play to learn. While online kindergarten classroom, how do we make sure we are doing all of this? How are we adapting to the new normal and yet ensuring a 360 development of our preschoolers? Last but not the least, so many of research today tells us that children learn best with the play, right? We all know that. Now, how do we ensure we are doing play and engagement via the online schools? This theme will highlight on some pointed question. Is online education ensuring this objective of play and engage? Yes, you can be as open as you like. Has it worked? Has it not worked? If it has not worked, what do you suggest people do? All right, so this is all good, but I know many of you have the questions like where do I begin? The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm getting confused. So let's hear it from the audience. So what are the audience telling us? Are we good so far? Do they have questions? Before we go on to our deck number 2, so that we can tell you how do we do the paper presentation, what you need to do if you need to prepare, present your paper to us. Okay,
Yes, Simran, I think it will be great if you can tell your experience as a participant for our
Okay.
last conference, so that they will automatically get the answers. Like you can tell the process, like when you came to know about this conference, what were your next steps? Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a good way to start the second deck. So for me, I attended your April conference. That was very interesting for me, and then I came to know about your regional conference where I presented my paper. I took my time, and I'm glad you give us the deadlines, which give us a lot of time, a lot of room to think. All right, it is very important that you choose a theme which is close to your heart, where you would want to make a difference. And remember, no research paper is too small to make a difference, especially on a platform like CCE Finland. So for me, I of course started with writing the paper, submission of that. I had some of the hurdle understanding of video recording, but the CCE back support team is just absolutely awesome. They guided me on how to do this video. So the video presentation is basically introducing yourself, and you can present your highlights of the paper via a presentation. Your paper is still going to be in the Word format. I will share the highlights of the paper, but your video should be more of introducing you, the topic that you're presenting for, and then it goes on for approval to the CCE Finland team, and you get to know via email. Am I correct, Shri? Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So are we having any audience questions that we can take at this moment, or can we go to deck number 2?
Yeah, you can go to deck number 2.
Okay, so I will take just a minute to start my deck number 2. Okay, here we are. All right. Okay, so here we are on talking about what do we do? How do I attend? Shireen, are you able to see this presentation now?
Yes.
All right, great. So most of you are thinking, how do I attend? So there are a couple of ways that you could attend this. You can attend as a viewer, of course, and you can attend as a paper presenter. All right, so let's look at it quickly. Of course, this whole information is there on the website. I just created a deck so that we can review it all at once. So for the viewer, how do I attend? The first step to attend the conference is to fill up the registration form. It is very, very important to fill up the registration form to get a certificate of even an attendance, right? To have that with you, that you had attended this conference, which was more on the emerging topics in ECE arena. For paper presenters, how do we attend? All pre-recorded videos and live interaction with speakers will be streamed on various platforms. So how does it work is that as a paper presenter, of course, you will choose your theme first and you will write your paper. You have enough time. We will share the deadline with you. And you need to give us your pre-recorded video. These are streamed before we go for the live conference, so the audience gets a chance to look at your video, understand what you're trying to present, right? And you can subscribe to our CCE's YouTube channel, Facebook, and the website to see how the previous videos have been recorded. So where do I begin?
Simran, sorry to interrupt you, but just click the hide thing on the strip that is showing, so that the text will be visible.
Yeah. So can we see now nicely? Yes, no problem. You're welcome. CCE's YouTube channel, we request you to subscribe now that you're already on it, or Facebook, or also on our website. So this will give you a lot of insight on how the previous two conferences have been done, and especially the conference which was done on regional languages, how the recordings have been done by participants. So where do I begin? What topic do I choose? As I said, choose something that interests you, but from which you can still learn. This is also for students out there in this ECE field. Make sure you choose a topic that you will learn more from while you're studying in this arena. Not too broad, not too difficult. Make sure that, again, if it interests you, it cannot be difficult. Structure of a research paper, I'm sure most of the audiences know here, but I'll still go through it very quickly. It's very, very important that your paper has an abstract, it has an introduction or thesis statement, it has some kind of a review to it, it has some kind of a methodology of it. It is good to include some kind of a discussion point. If you have interviewed a lot of people, audience, your teachers, your parents, it is good to put that result in a table format. Do not forget to put a conclusion. That kind of sums up your paper. Make sure you're putting references. Again, this entire thing is there on the CCE Finland website. I will not go too broadly into this, but abstract is briefly introducing your aim of the study. So please remember that your research papers finally go on to become a part of an ebook and will help lot of other budding researchers. So make sure your abstract is, it is good, detailed enough, and it gives the aim. So somebody else, when they are looking at your research paper and they want to reference it, they will know what your research paper is talking about. Of course, introduction, review, methodology, results. Please present findings of your research. That is so, so important. It gives more weightage to your paper. Talk about the discussion points. If you have done some interviews, make sure you mention that also. Conclusion, as I said, a lot of papers we see, they are very, very nice, structured, but they miss out on conclusions. And of course, references. And the references has to be in alphabetically there. And then, yes, this is how to record a video. Of course, it's going to be 6 minutes. It should have more of talking about your introduction. And this has more of instruction of how you would record your video. Again, this is there on our website. And down there, you see I have given the link sorts of CCE Finland on the YouTube channel. This place can be your reference point to see other paper presenters' video in the past. Okay, here are the dates and deadlines. Sharon, are we good with the slide movement? Are we able to see everything?
Yes.
All right. So abstract submission deadline is 20th September. So you have good 15 days. Notification for selected abstracts should be arriving to your email IDs by 25th. Early bird registrations are closing on 30th. Registration completely closes on 12th of October. The deadline for claiming the e-certificate is 23rd of October. That is, of course, post the conference. Conference start date is 14th. Ends at 16. Please note, we are going to have very, very important keynote speakers. And if you're planning to attend this even as a viewer, you definitely need to register. All right, so since today is Teachers' Day, there is a very good offer which we have put on our website also. We are giving about 50% discount on the paper presentation, right? Am I correct, Shri?
Yes.
All right. So you can, again, see this more on our website, and I advise you to do it in next 2 days. And thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope this information has helped each one of you. And we are all here to answer any questions, any queries, even after this webinar is over. Over to you, Shireen.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Simran.
Sure.
So now I guess all of you have got a very good idea of what is the conference all about, what are going to be the themes, what are the dates and deadlines. And it is now we invite you to join this conference with us. The registrations are already open, so you can start filling up the forms. And as Simran already mentioned, we are having this offer for 50% discount, which is a very good best discount that we can give. So please make use of this. The offer is open till 7th of September. So go to our website and then enroll yourself by filling up the registration form, and then click the payment button, and you can use the code which is given there. It is like online ECE conference. I request my team to put this code also on our YouTube chat, so we can the people who are watching us at the moment and those who will watch us later also, they can make use of this offer. I
I
think
have
we
a
have.
question. Yes.
Yeah, so Simran, would you like to answer?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Faisal Rahman, for asking this question. What activities should have for preschools? Kindly tell me some links. We will request you to, of course, register for this webinar. So there is a lot of discussion which is going to happen on the activities for preschool, especially in this era of new normal. We are doing a lot of work with parents for them to understand how better they can educate their children through ECE schools. So again, reach out to us on our website. You can even write to us specifically once you have reviewed our website to let us know which part you would be interested more on this. Thank you.
Yes. Then for this question with regard to the same thing, I would like to suggest that you can also take our course for online ECE in new normal, because there we have discussed about what kind of activities should be designed, what kind of asynchronous activities, what kind of synchronous activities, and actually finding an activity is not a problem if your learning objective is clear. So I would suggest that it is always better to design a plan, designing the learning objectives, and then you will find lots of activities. Internet is full of the material, and I would also suggest that we have given some kind of webinars in the end of March or beginning of April, I would say, where we have talked about how to creatively engage the kids at home and also at school. So there also I have given a list of apps and YouTube channels which might be useful for the preschoolers. So I would request you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is known as CCE Finland, and then you will be able to go through all these webinars, and I'm pretty much sure that you will get what are you looking for. But coming back to the conference, I would suggest that this is a chance for all the educators to promote and to present what they have done in this pandemic situation, how they have overcome the problems, because we know that we all have problems and many people are stating the problems, but we also have the people who have the solutions. So it's also crucial that you put the solutions for the problems. So I would like to see more and more researchers and teachers coming in and presenting their ideas, what they have done, how they have done, what kind of problems they had to face, and then how did they overcome those problems. So that's why this is an eminent conference where you can participate and listen to all these things. The participants is free to attend for the viewers, and if you want a certificate, there is a small fee for that. For paper presenters also, we try to keep as low as possible. So it is 50 euros only as of now as an early bird discount, and on top of that we are providing a 50% discount. So this is the best chance to grab it. So please go and enroll yourself and make the payment today itself to avail the discount. And now I would like to talk a little bit about the structure of the conference, and for that I would like to share my screen, so just bear with me for a moment. Yes, so here if you go, this is our web page for the conference, and if you go down there, then you will also find all the information like who can attend, for viewer how to attend, for paper presenters how to attend, then the paper presentation points, and then instructions for sending the pre-recorded video, so where all the pointers are given. Then these are the themes here, expressed in a very detailed manner so that you can understand. But I would also like to emphasize that these themes are not to limit you. So if you think that you have something else to say other than these themes, you are welcome to send us your abstracts for that. Our committee will go through all the abstracts, and then we will decide like if that is suitable for this conference, whether it fall into the realms of this conference. So I suggest that please go through these themes, and then if you think that okay you have certain different topic, then please feel free to submit the abstract still. Okay. We have also specially mentioned it here that other than the above themes, you can present any topic related to early childhood education. So in these visuals also you can read about the different themes and what it has to say. Then this is the structure of the conference and dates and deadlines. So we have come up with an innovative approach where we don't say that you come and present your whole presentation into the conference, because due to the technological problems, the internet problems, it is not possible for everybody to be on in the conference for a longer time. So to make sure that your point is presented to the world, we ask you to send us the pre-recorded video, and then we also invite you in the online conference to share your points. So the abstract submission deadline is 20th of September. So you still have 15 more days to go for the abstract submission. And then you will be notified for the selected abstracts. And by 25th of September, the early bird registration closes on 30th of September. And the conference begins from 14th of October. Then the structure, how it will be, the schedule. So let's say there will be total 6 sessions, and in those 6 sessions there will be 2 sessions per day. Each session will be there minimum for 1.5 hours. And then there will be the welcoming and introductory session speech by the chairperson and the keynote speaker. We will have a very good researchers and prominent researchers, practitioners from the early childhood education, from Australia, from USA, from Turkey, from Finland. So it will be an intellectual treat for all of you to listen to all these people, and also from the participants globally. So this is going to be a very good chance for you to listen to all these people. And then this session 1 will be there. Then there will be a short break to relax and then come back again. Then the next session will be again for 1.5 hours. So you can see that the session timings are like from 2 to 5:30, so that we want it to be kind of not rushing over, but we will have it in a nice calm way where you can discuss the problems and the solutions all together. So this is going to be a very interactive conference. Our last conference, which we hosted in June, it had got the views of about 100,000 people, and the total participation and like the people who viewed this conference was like from more than 50 countries. So I'm sure this topic is also very popular and very much needed at this point of time. So it will also garner lots of views, and your point will be promoted, your research proposal, your projects will be promoted through all our channels, like the YouTube, the Facebook, and on our website as well. So I think we are good for today. If you would like to ask anything at this point of time, all the questions are welcome. So, do we have any questions here at this point of time?
Yes. Hi, Shirin and Simran. So, Simran, thanks for this great presentation, and Shirin for giving elaborate overview of the conference proceedings as well as
Thank you,
the
ma'am.
practicalities. There is a question that what kind of help or support during the conference or after the conference will be given by CCE Finland for creating the video or putting the paper presentations? Because some of the teachers or some of the educators are not so well comfortable with giving the video lectures. So what kind of support can you provide? So are there any answers to this?
Yes, Shirin, sorry, Shirin, you may please take it.
Go on.
Okay, so we as Shireen ma'am said, we have a very strong committee for the conference and also for the paper presenters. They can give us their questions as to what guidance they want, and we will be more than happy to help them in that. Along with how they can make their video, we can also have one-on-one chat with them as and when required. And post the conference, when it is over, if they still need more information for their own personal development or their school's development, we are still there, and there are various programs with CCE Finland that they can choose from. Over to you, Shireen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes.
Yeah,
you
and I guess during the after the conference is over, once the papers, we have the review committee for the papers publications, and actually the entire committee goes through the papers, give the feedback, and also help them to restructure the paper if at all it is too much out of the sync. And then also, so I guess you are not alone here, but we are a part of the team. So everybody, please welcome and join this kind of effort towards developing the learning experience for the teachers and educators.
I would just add one more point here, Hiram. To the budding students and budding educators out there, please do not think presenting a paper is like something difficult. Do not let that thought stop you. Because when I finished my research papers, it was a great sense of achievement. And if you're starting it for the first time, there is no better platform than CCE Finland. So we are here and we actually mean it, and we make sure that we walk you through it. But make sure that if you have thought of presenting a paper, do it. Thank you, and all the best.
Yes, very much. I guess these are the questions. Shirin, you can conclude with this final comments.
Yeah, so thank you, Simran and Hiram, for commenting in between and presenting perspective about the online early childhood education conference. Now, this is like, I think all our audience now got all the required information, and now it's their turn to come back to us with their abstracts and their videos. We are waiting for your exclusive creative ideas that you have been working on, and any kind of information you need. The first thing I would suggest is to go through the web page of the Early Childhood Education Conference, and the second thing is to write us back on info@ccefinland.org. I will repeat it. You can write us at info ccefinland.org. We have a very good communicative team which will answer all your questions regarding the conference, regarding submitting the abstract, regarding the video recording. So please feel free to be in touch with us. And on this note, I would like to also congratulate all the teachers who are tirelessly working hard to continue the education for their students. And I think in India, we are celebrating the Teachers' Day. So happy Teachers' Day to all of you. We have the World Teachers' Day also coming up, which will be celebrated on the 5th October. So I already congratulate all the teachers worldwide. And we all are grateful as a society to all our teachers because they are shaping the future of the world. So thanks a lot for joining us today here, and we will be in touch. Kindly keep on checking our website, our Facebook pages, our YouTube channel to get updated about our upcoming activities.